Hey, I'm Chuck Tate, and it's time for Coffee and a Book. That's right, this is my first installment, and the book that I'm going to be reading from is 9 Words from Jesus, a little excerpt from the introduction. Let's read, shall we? Bartimaeus' senses were locked and loaded on the fast-moving crowd. He could feel the excitement in the air and taste the dust kicked in his direction. Jesus was coming. Bartimaeus' stomach must have been in knots as his anticipation increased by the minute. Had this been present day, I imagine he would have been blasting Eye of the Tiger by Survivor through his earbuds. This was his moment, and no one could take it away from him. No more begging, no more stumbling through the darkness, no more being mocked, ridiculed, and made fun of, no more whispers from people feeling sorry for him, no more shade thrown at him, no more shame from wondering why he was being punished. This was his only hope and one chance for a different life, a better life. I think Jesus is close. Now, Jesus, Son of David, Bartimaeus cried out. Yes, I did it. Be quiet, came hurled in his direction. An immediate rejection. Shut up, another bystander shouted, all but suggesting that Jesus of Nazareth didn't have time for broke blind beggars like Bartimaeus. No, this can't be. Please. Bartimaeus had anticipated this exact moment for so long, and now it seemed to be slipping out of his grasp. This was not how he had envisioned this once-in-a-lifetime encounter. This was not supposed to be how his story ended. In this deafening and defining moment, he was faced with 2 choices. He could either hang his head in defeat and remain a blind beggar, or raise his voice above the resistance and seize the supernatural. He refused to be silenced. He refused to remain in bondage to blindness. He refused to be denied. So he raised his voice above the crowd and shouted as loud as he could, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. When Bartimaeus belted out his desperate plea, not only did it find its way to Jesus, but it stopped him in his tracks. Jesus heard him. Jesus saw him. Jesus called him. Bring him to me, Jesus commanded the crowd. What happened next seemed like a story scripted for Hollywood, but this was real life. This was Bartimaeus' life, and it was about to change. You want your life to change? Cry out to Jesus.